Yes, experts, ladies and gentlemen, morning. In such an autumn fragrant, fruitful autumn gathering here in Shijingshan district, and we are here all together to witness the 2025, the Winter Sports Expo. Also, the China Ice Snow Tourism Development as a very official starting moment here. Such an honor for us to, with you all together, witness a very event. Winter Sports Expo during the 2022 application for Winter Olympic Games. That's a very promise we have made to the whole international society. Since 2016, that the beginning of the first time of Winter Sports Expo, 10 years has passed. In the past 10 years, from the minor group to the major group, from a very starting point, and from the very beginning, come to striding forward, from swaggering beginning and to striding. And we are drafting this blueprint all together. We are joining hands to have this 10 years win-win and co-prosperity 10 years. And now it's 10th anniversary, 10 years working with all the institutes has been passed. Also, as the legacies of Winter Olympic Games will always carry the mission of the era. Also, a very important platform for us to have mutual development in such an arena. All the resources, just like the putting together with these icebergs and ice mountains, we are joined together, shoulder by shoulder, to build very glorious and clean future blueprints with unique charm and vigor. There's always incentive for people in pursuit with enthusiasm and speed. That's also about breaking through, conquer for breakthroughs and facing the challenges. At a new 10-year starting point, the future is a very glorious new tomorrow, and we are co-create a future and drawing a miracle legend. And let me introduce very important leaders and guests coming here today. First, let's applaud to the International Olympic Committee, the China, the Vice Chair, Yu Zaiqing, the Olympic Committee. Shijingshan General Secretary of Shijingshan District, Chang Wei. The Vice Secretary of Liaoning Government. Also the 15th Winter Games, the Vice Secretary and the Chief of the Office, Chong Zhao. Madam, welcome. Shijingshan Vice General Secretary, the Mayor of Shijingshan District, Wan Long, welcome. Asia Data Group, Zhu Dongfang, the President of Asia Data Group, welcome. The members of International Olympic Committee, the champion of the ice, of the speed skiing champion, Zhang Hong, welcome. Austria, the Rosalau, the Councillor of Commerce. Finland, the Lauri Kansanimi, the Councillor from Finland Embassy. Xinjiang, Yuwa, the Vice Secretary and the Chief Art, welcome. Liaoning Government, the Vice Director Li Ju, welcome. Changbaishan Administration Vice Chief Wang Tao, welcome. Beijing Winter Olympic Games Application Team as the leader, the Sustainable Development Committee, the Vice Chair, Operation Leader, and the Gold Medal Award, Zhao Yinggang, welcome. Liaoning Bureau of Sports and 15th Winter Games Liaoning Preparation Team, the Vice Director of Competition Department, Wang Dong, welcome. Shijingshan Government, the Vice Mayor, Zhou Mianmian, welcome. The China Tourism Association, the Chair, Hu Jianjun, welcome. Liaoning Government, the Fushen City, the Councillor of the City Government, the Vice Mayor, Yang Hongbo, welcome. Tourism and Culture Development Department, the Vice Director Tian Zhen. Xinjiang Bobo Sports Department Vice Chief Gao Zhaoyi, or Tianjin Sports Second Inspector Wang Xin from Tianjin Sports Bureau, or China Climate Service Association, also the Climate Vice Director Xu Xiaofeng, or China Liaoning Propaganda Department Second Inspector, as well as the 15th Winter Games of China, that's Vice Director of Propaganda Chen Taishan, the figure skating World Champion Tong Jian, ice curling World Champion Wang Bingyu, welcome. Beijing Sports University, the mentor of PhDs, Xiao Shuhong, welcome. Italian, Techno Alpine, the Asia Sales Center, Micromail. And we have the Bansky President Lu Peng of China. The Tourism Association, the Vice Director and Secretary Chen Xianchun, welcome. The Meta Space Dome creator and founder Luo Yu, welcome. Shijingshan Sports Bureau, the Director Wang Jianbo, welcome. The Sports Bureau Director Wang Jianbo, Shijingshan, and Liaoning Government, the Commerce Department, the First Inspector, the 15 Winter Games, the Daily Work Manager Liu Xin, Michael Commonly, Dr. Alice Surans, welcome as a consultant chairman. Changbai Mountains Administration and Sports Bureau, Geng Deyong, welcome. Snowhall China founder and Shanghai International Skiing founder Herman Winkler, welcome. Asia Data Group Shimin, welcome. Apart from that, also we have the other international organizations and leaders from very important countries and the delegation team. To all the leaders, thanks a lot for your time coming here. Thanks. And now we will have the opening speech from the leaders. First, not only the very important adding for the glories for this event, the 10th anniversary, but also the congratulations and wishes from all the leaders, anticipation from them as well. And now we would like to welcome the International Olympic Committee, the Chinese Olympic Committee Vice Chair Yu Saiqing. For the long term, he has been always emphasized on the development of Winter Games and facilitated the Olympic Games, spreading China and international communication, and made a very contribution. And now let's applaud for Chair Yu Saiqing to deliver us an opening speech. Welcome. Honorable all the excellencies, especially the friends from abroad and co-workers, ladies and gentlemen, morning. I want to say it's such a pleasure to witness the 10th Winter Sports Expo opening ceremony of this event. I would like to represent the International Olympic Committee and Chinese Olympic Committee to all the representatives and friends from home and abroad. Warmest welcome to every one of you. For the long-term support for China ice snow industries, especially for all these partners, deepest thanks to all of you. 10 years ago, especially while application for the 2022 Winter Olympic Games, we have made a very promise. We have made a very promise to the whole world, and we will host the Winter Sports Expo as our promise. That laid a very solid foundation for the 2022 success application for the Winter Olympic Games. And 10 years later, The Winter Sports Expo has become very joint, connecting the whole world, from consumption power and to the strong power for the ice snow industry. The open is always our base. Innovation is the engine. We have break the very barriers for all the resources in China market and create a very structure and ecosystem from the manufacturing equipment and to competition organization and training of talents and to the culture spreading the whole ecosystem. Chinese standard and solutions has been approved by the whole international society. Development of Chinese ice snow sectors is rooted into the leadership of Chinese strategy, from support policy application of technology, from the equipment breaking through to the training of talents. Ice snow economy has become very important driving force for improvement of consumption, the development of the area, and dual cycle economy development, very important engine and strength. Our 10th anniversary of Winter Sports Expo is a very important moment, and we are toward the whole world. We are moving forward. That's our theme, not only conclusion of the past 10 years, but also the very declaration for the future new journey, globalization of ice snow sector. Look at the future that we need to enhance consolidation as Olympic spirit, with a more open attitude, and always use this as open vision, join hands with our global partners, facilitate the whole sectors to develop into the smart, green, international, and as ice snow sectors to be the bridge connecting different cultures and civilizations. And for the economy ice snows to contribute to Chinese wisdom and Chinese strength. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 years ago, that we were gathering in Beijing because the dreams of Winter Olympic Games. 10 years later, and we are here again because of the same mission. From the 300 million joint ice snow sports and to contribute Chinese solution to the whole world. Every step of Chinese ice and snow, always reflecting about higher, stronger, and faster, and more consolidation as the spirit of the Olympic Games, taking this 10 years anniversary as opportunity with all the partners in the very pure ice snow enthusiasm to write about the community of shared future, whole humankind, a new chapter we are writing here today. I wish the event a complete success. Thank you. Well, thanks a lot, Chair Yu, for opening remarks, enthusiastic remarks, just like Yu has said that we can see clearly about industries ice snow in the global arena. We can see such a trend and promising future. Also, let us realize the winter sports not only about competition, but also about connecting the world, facilitating for mutual discussion, communication, and give us more anticipation and for his speech. Shijingshan district has been always playing a very important role facilitating development for the Winter Games. Also building a very important name card for the places for winter sports area. Now we welcome the chair, the General Secretary of Shijingshan District, Shijingshan. One, please welcome. Mr. Wan Long, the General Secretary of Shijingshan District. Mayor. Honorable Yu Zhaiqing, Chair. Huo Jianjun, the Director. All leaders, experts, excellencies, friends, morning. Golden Autumn Beijing, as all the events are gathering together in Beijing, such an honor and to be here with you and to fulfill our promise for the Winter Expo 10 years anniversary. Allow me to present the Shijingshan government to all these co-workers and to all the friends from ice snow sector. Warmly welcome to all of you for the long-term support especially for all these co-workers and partners. Deepest thanks to all of you. Hosting the Winter Sports Expo, that's a promise we have made during the period for application of Winter Olympic Games. That's also a very important matter for us to spread the spirit of Olympic Games and for preparation of Winter Olympic Games as well. For the past 10 years, the Winter Sports Expo has become very influential international and with a lot of engagement with people. Very iconic ice snow sector event that's become very important engines for development of ice snow development and the rising of ice snow industry. Xingshan is a very important hosting place for the past 10 years, has been rising from the shougang, the old furnaces, and to the furnaces of the thin fire of ice snow, from a rusted belt area to the belt of glorious of ice snow, the very transforming about leading by these competition events and with concentration with all in sectors and shared by the whole people. That is very ecosystem we have built. Not only about these ice and skiing competitions and for the ice hockey stadium has been also carrying as a very event of the women competitions of the hockey, as well as these ping pong balls and hosting WTT China's very championship for WTT events as well. And in this place, and we have several measures have been published about several measures, high quality development, no matter for equipment, building for stadiums, education, as well as the operation for the competitions, with a lot of people getting engaged for consecutively 11 years. We have built about the happy ice snow seasons in commercial area, communities, in the forest area, in the all these areas we have built these consumption areas, and that is a very important part of the program to lead for 300 million people join ice snow sports.
After 10 years of hard work, we now stand at a new starting point. This year's Expo themed Hello Again World has established a significant channel for resource connection for the global winter sports industry. We'll further leverage the Expo platform to strengthen global winter sports innovation and cooperation, facilitate exchanges and technological applications within the winter sports industry, create distinctive winter sports consumption scenarios, and promote the winter sports economy as a new engine for regional development. We firmly believe that with the joint efforts of winter sports professionals worldwide, winter sports will deepen global connection, and the winter sports economy will inject lasting momentum into urban development. Last, I sincerely wish the 10th World Winter Sports Expo a complete success. I look forward to seeing more fruitful outcomes of cooperation in Shijingshan District and the creation of brilliance and glory together. Thank you. Thank you to Mr. Wan Long for his wonderful speech. Please take your seat. Shijingshan District has hosted the Winter Sports Expo as a legacy for winter sports. It has rich experience and advantages. We are convinced that through the deep cooperation, Shijingshan District can give full play to the experience and also build a demonstrating zone for the development of winter sports, and eventually contribute China's wisdom and strength to the development of global winter sports industry. Next, please welcome Mr. Hu Jianjun, Chairman of the China Tourist Attraction Association, to deliver his speech. He has rich experience and unique insights for the development of winter tourism. And now please give a big round of applause to him. Distinguished leaders, friends from the sports and tourism communities, good morning. At this magnificent moment where the passion for winter sports meets the charm of tourism, we gather at the Beijing Shougang Park to witness the grand opening of the World Winter Sports Expo 2025 and the China Winter Tourism Culture Industry Development Conference. On behalf of the China Tourist Attractions Association, I'd like to extend my warmest congratulations on the convening of this expo and my sincere welcome and heartfelt gratitude to all the leaders, guests, and industry colleagues who have come from afar. This year marks the 10th anniversary of the World Winter Sports Expo. Over the past decades, Expo has grown into a global benchmark for winter sports exhibitions, supporting and witnessing the vigorous development of China's winter sports industry. Notably, the China Tourist Attraction Equipment Exhibition will also open during this expo, and this is the first time that we hold this exhibition. Aims to promote the integration of culture and tourism. And I myself also have paid a lot of attention to the exhibition, and I'm sure that it will achieve more success in the future. This will serve as a professional platform for upgrading the quality of winter tourism in China's scenic spots and innovative iteration of facilities and equipment. In recent years, China's winter tourism culture industry has achieved rapid growth thanks to the government's favorable policies. Statistics show that in the 2023 to 2024 ice snow season, the number of winter tourism tourists in China reached 430 million, generating 524.7 billion yuan in revenue. This year's season is projected to see 520 million trips and over 630 billion yuan in revenue. From the success of Beijing Winter Olympics, which ignited nationwide enthusiasm for engaging 300 million people in ice and snow activities, to the continued implementation of the southward, westward, and eastward expansion strategy, winter tourism has become a key growth driver for the high-quality development of China's tourism industry. Once the winter tourism boomed only in the northeast China, in particular, featuring ice in Heilongjiang and snow in Jilin. Today, a previous paradise for winter tourism, the northeast China is complemented by the development of winter tourism in North China and northwest China, each with its own distinct characteristics and industry vitality. At the same time, the winter tourism equipment continues to iterate. With a constant stream of intelligent high-tech gadgets emerging, the winter tourism market continues to flourish with distinctive destinations emerging rapidly across the country. Winter tourism culture is becoming increasingly popular, becoming a cultural bond connecting diverse groups of people. These multiple breakthroughs have raised high standards for the holding of major events in the winter tourism industry and created a broader space. The joint hosting of this year's Expo and the Tourism Attraction Equipment Exhibition is a groundbreaking move, creating a platform for communication and cooperation for companies to break through industry barriers and promote the complementary and integrated development of upstream and downstream industries in winter sports. The China Winter Tourism Culture Industry Development Conference will provide insights for the deep integration and innovative development of winter sports and winter tourism culture industry. This cross-sector collaboration will undoubtedly accelerate the development of winter sports business format, providing tourists with enriched experience and promoting winter tourism as a key engine for driving consumption and empowering regional economic development. The China Tourist Attractions Association is an industry organization serving scenic spots nationwide. It currently has nearly 2,000 member institutions. We have established a dedicated committee for winter tourism and will continue to promote the development of winter tourism. supporting the cultivation of tourist attractions for winter tourism and the optimization of tourism products. We look forward to taking this event as a starting point to establish long-term and stable cooperation mechanisms with domestic and international winter tourism destinations and equipment companies. We would like to leverage the global platform to tell stories of China's winter tourism well, share the development concepts and practical achievements of Chinese winter tourism, and allow the voice of Chinese winter tourism to be better heard around the world. Distinguished guests and friends, China's winter sports industry boasts broad prospects and tremendous potential. Let us embrace opportunities with an open attitude, promote development with pragmatic actions, and work together to write a new chapter in China's winter tourism and culture industry. Let us make winter sports and winter tourism truly contribute to a better life for the people and inject more Chinese strengths into the development of the global winter tourism industry. Finally, I wish the 2025 World Winter Sports Expo and the China Winter Tourism Culture Industry Development Conference a complete success. Thank you. Thank you to Mr. Ho for his wonderful speech. Please take your seat. His speech has made us be aware of the important role of tourist attractions for the development of winter tourism. As an important carrier of the winter sports, the tourist attractions can integrate natural beauty and ice and snow activities with the sound facilities and enriched recreational programs. It will deliver immersive experience for tourists. It will also promote the booming development of cultural and tourism industry. And the development of winter sports cannot be possible without the international community support and cooperation. Today, we're very honored to have guests from the international winter sports community to share their insights. These international voices will demonstrate our global vision for a better future of the winter sports. Let's next watch the video speech of Mr. Giovanni Malago, President of the Italian Olympic Committee and the President of the Organizing Committee for the Milan Cortina d'Ampezzo 2026 Winter Olympic Games. Let's look at the screen, please.
Rivolgere un saluto sincero agli organizzatori di questo appuntamento internazionale, che quest'anno celebra il suo decennale, confermandosi un punto di riferimento per l'intero movimento degli sport invernali. World Winter Sports Expo rappresenta una delle più straordinarie entità dei Giochi Olimpici e Paralimpici di Pechino 2022. Un patrimonio vivo, capace di continuare a unire il mondo intorno ai valori dello sport, dell'innovazione e della cooperazione. Mi sarebbe moltissimo piaciuto essere lì con voi, ma ci troviamo nel pieno del rush finale dell'organizzazione dei Giochi di Milano Cortina 2026. Proprio oggi siamo infatti impegnati in un appuntamento particolarmente significativo, la conferenza stampa sul percorso che ci porterà alla cerimonia di apertura del 6 febbraio 26, che si terrà nella meravigliosa cornice dello stadio di San Siro. Tra pochi mesi il nostro paese ospiterà un evento storico, 16 discipline olimpiche, 6 discipline paralimpiche, 16 sedi di gare distribuite sul nord Italia, oltre 3.500 atleti da più di 90 paesi, 304 sessioni sportive e 195 medaglie in palio. Detti questi numeri, c'è però molto di più. C'è l'energia di un intero paese che si sta preparando con passione a vivere e condividere qualcosa di unico. C'è una comunità nazionale che si mette in gioco a tutti i livelli, dalle istituzioni ai territori, dai volontari alle imprese, e c'è un'Italia che vuole raccontarsi al mondo per quello che è, accogliente, creativa, capace. Inoltre Milano Cortina porta i Giochi Olimpici e Paralimpici invernali su un palcoscenico unico, un territorio diffuso di 22.000 km² che abbraccia gran parte del nord Italia. Questo modello diffuso rappresenta una scelta consapevole e attentamente pianificata, pensata per rendere i giochi più sostenibili e lasciare un'eredità positiva e duratura per i territori coinvolti. In questo percorso, il passaggio di testimone tra Pechino 2022 e Milano Cortina 2026 non è stato solo simbolico. Abbiamo mantenuto un dialogo costante con i comitati organizzatori e con le istituzioni cinesi, che ci ha permesso di conoscere da vicino un modello organizzativo e di cogliere così preziosi insegnamenti, soprattutto nella fase di pianificazione. Chiaramente si tratta di edizioni dei giochi diverse tra loro, ma siamo grati ai colleghi del Comitato Organizzatore di Pechino 2022 per il prezioso contributo a supporto. Negli ultimi decenni abbiamo visto crescere enormemente la passione per lo sport in Asia, con investimenti significativi e un incremento straordinario in termini di partecipazione di pubblico. La Cina è oggi una delle nazioni protagoniste del movimento sportivo mondiale. Basti pensare al successo dei Giochi di Pechino 2008 e 2022, che hanno lasciato un'eredità importante e hanno coinvolto milioni di persone, soprattutto giovani, avvicinandole alla pratica sportiva. E vi assicuro che non vediamo l'ora di accogliere a Milano Cortina gli atleti cinesi, gli appassionati, i media, le delegazioni e tutti coloro che vorranno vivere con noi questa grande avventura. Ecco perché da oggi a Milano desidero rinnovare un forte messaggio di amicizia e di collaborazione alla Cina e in particolare alla straordinaria comunità del World Winter Sports Expo. Vi auguro giorni di confronto produttivo, di ispirazione e di entusiasmo. Vi aspetto a braccia aperte ai Giochi Olimpici e Paralimpici Invernali di Milano Cortina 2026. Un saluto, un abbraccio sportivo e grazie a tutti voi.
Thank you. Thank you to Mr. Giovanni Malago for his wonderful speech. The preparatory experience of the 2026 Winter Olympic Games will also inspire us, and I'm sure that the experience can also inject new momentum to the development of global sports, winter sports industry. The development of the ice and the snow events cannot be possible without the guidance of IOC. Next, let's welcome Mr. Zhang Hong, member of the International Olympic Committee, Olympic champion in skating, to deliver an opening speech. She not only won medals but also made a contribution to the development of the promotion of winter sports. So next, let's watch her video speech. The competition begins. She made very big steps, and she has overtaken the other competitor. Let's give a big round of applause to Ms. Zhang Hong. Actually, she will not deliver a video speech. She will speak in person. Thank you to the host. I'm very honored to be invited here for the 2025 World Winter Sports Expo, and also share my experience with Olympics as an ambassador of the Winter Olympics. I have seen a lot of old friends and also leaders and also colleagues. I would like to share with you my feelings today. Actually, since the age of 7 years old, I have got involved in the winter sports. And the athletes of winter sports in China are witnesses and also beneficiaries of this event. Since the age of 7, I got involved in the skating, and I have 2 colleagues joining me today. And we all began our career or practice in Heilongjiang province. Back then in China, we didn't have the venue, and so we practiced in parks and some public space. In 2022, Ms. Yang won the first gold medal in winter sports, and the spirit of Olympics got to spread. And in my heart, that I began to realize that skating probably can propel me to compete in the world stage and prove myself and also represent China. I'm very honored that in 2014 in Sochi, I had the opportunity to compete in the Winter Olympics and won the first gold medal for Chinese team.
But people don't know that I'm wearing the shoes made from China. First pair of the professional shoes that is used for the ice skating. And in the 2015 that we got 10 years anniversary, actually the first time, especially the international organization, the first time and Beijing application and for the Winter Olympic Games. And among the 7 ambassadors, I'm only one among the 7 ambassadors for application of Winter Olympic Games. I'm the only one who are still the athlete running. I'm not only because I'm the athlete and fighting for the medals, but also I want to hear more Chinese voice in the Winter Games. And in 2018, I was selected as one among the 6 members for the committee members until today. And then since 2018, joined in the work of the committee's witness for China ice and snow. I believe that 2014, I probably know that for the first 100 years, we are always in pursuit catching up others, but for the other years, and we have the science technology are supporting the very training and the computation. We can see that Chinese technology has been developing so fast, and also 2022 Winter Olympic Games after retirement as an athlete. I can see that no matter the stadium or the equipment or dormitories, and I can feel appearance that comparing with my time that Beijing has very contribution to all the standards and the conditions and for the athletes. We can see that is very important role Beijing has played for all the physical environment. And we need more strength from and more voice to spread the spirit Olympic. I'm the teacher in the Harbin Industrial University, also in the research centers for Olympic centers. We are working on the R&D work by the science technology and to facilitate the Olympic So my shoes was made from China for the skating shoes, and also I say that China technology has made a lot of application in different areas. I believe that just like we have the Xinjiang, Jilin, all different areas, provinces, sectors, we can see that you can see all different stadiums, no matter for the technologies and all the Expo booths showing the China winter games technologies and climate changes and as snow are melting, how we use technology to guarantee that for the future 50 or 20 or 100 years, and how we can cut more emissions, how we can save more energy, and for the future while we are making the artificial ice or snow, how we can save more, how we can save more energy. So we have 2,000 of the fields, and we have a lot of professionals are liking that can we use AI technologies and to realize all this like manless driving, and for all this automation can be realized for the ice making and snow making. It's my appearance on that, and I'm working on facilitating on science technology and working on the ice snow. And thanks a lot to this year for me to have this opportunity to stand on the stage to compete, and also it's such an honor for me to give China a voice and to the whole world. Also, I want to be inspire the other athletes not only fight for the medals but also for the future in all the sectors after retirement from the athlete stage, and also they can play their own role after that. Thank you. That's my sharing. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Zhang Hong. Thanks a lot for your sharing, and please take a seat. Champion, especially your competition and for your enthusiasm actually has been very inspirational for everyone sitting here. And I believe that ice snow sport not only a single sport, but also the passion, enthusiasm, inheritance of all this culture. I believe that will inspire a lot of young people are in the pursuit of the dreams as snow sports, such like the soul for the industries and very top development experience would be very inspirational and valuable for us to learn from. So following, we would like to welcome the very important, the Austria Tyrol, not only the very important top area, priority area for ice snow sports, but also the very important iconic places for ice snow sports. And such an honor for us to invite the Governor Tyrol, Mr. Anto Mato, and he will share with us a video and to give us a speech. And let's watch the screen to welcome Anto Mato. Let's see the video.
Veranstalter, liebe Forumsteilnehmerinnen und Forumsteilnehmer, geschätzte Besucherinnen und Besucher. Als Landeshauptmann von Tirol, dem Sportland im Herzen der Alpen, freue ich mich, Ihnen zum 10-jährigen Jubiläum der World Winter Sports Expo meine herzlichen Grüße zu übermitteln. Der Wintersport verbindet Menschen und Länder auf einzigartige Weise, und China hat in den letzten Jahren weltweit eine enorme Dynamik entfacht. Vom Breitensport bis zum Wintertourismus setzt das Land neue Impulse, die den Wintersport international beflügeln. Für Tirol als einem der führenden Wintersportländer ist es besonders spannend, diese Entwicklung aktiv mitzugestalten. Zahlreiche heimische Unternehmen, einige davon sogar Weltmarktführer, tragen mit ihrer Innovationskraft dazu bei, dass Tirol im internationalen Wintersport nicht nur bekannt, sondern wegweisend ist. Auch unsere Skilehrerausbildung gilt seit Jahrzehnten als Maßstab für Qualität und Know-how im Wintersport, ein Beitrag, der weit über unsere Landesgrenzen hinaus Wirkung zeigt. Große Sportereignisse haben auch die vergangenen Jahrzehnte in unserem Land geprägt. Wir Tirolerinnen und Tiroler blicken mit Stolz auf unsere olympische Geschichte zurück. Zweimal Austragungsort der Olympischen Winterspiele, 1964 und 1976 und erstmals Gastgeber der Olympischen Jugendspiele 2012. Im kommenden Jahr richten wir unsere Blicke Richtung Süden nach Milano Cortina 2026. Wir wünschen unseren Nachbarn schon jetzt gutes Gelingen und natürlich hoffen wir aus Tiroler Sicht auf sportlich erfolgreiche Spiele und viele Medaillen. Als begeisterter Wintersportler freue ich mich persönlich auf die bevorstehende Wintersaison. Bin ich ja, wie viele Tiroler auch, ein leidenschaftlicher Skifahrer, Skitourengeher und Langläufer. Diese Begeisterung reicht weit über Tirol hinaus und zeigt, dass wir mit unserem Enthusiasmus, unserer Erfahrung und unserem Know-how einen wertvollen Beitrag leisten können. Gleichzeitig freuen wir uns darauf, von internationalen Partnern wie China zu lernen. So profitieren wir gegenseitig und treiben gemeinsam den Wintersport weltweit voran. Ich lade Sie herzlich ein, die Tiroler Berge und Pisten selbst zu erleben und die Faszination des Wintersports nicht nur in Ihrer Heimat, sondern auch in Tirol hautnah zu spüren. Den Veranstalterinnen und Veranstaltern danke ich für ihren Enthusiasmus, der dazu beiträgt, dass der Wintersport weltweit wächst und inspiriert. Ich wünsche der World Wintersport Expo 2025 erfolgreiche Jubiläumstage, bereichernde Begegnungen und allen Teilnehmerinnen und Teilnehmern eine inspirierende Zeit.
谢谢，非常感谢安东马特尔州长带来的。
I want to say a lot of thanks to Governor Matto and showing us about the Austria, very appearance from Austria. And also he showed the very willing to cooperate and very inspirational and enthusiasm. And now we will have very important warm sessions about the very presentation ceremony for the ambassador of image for Ice Snow. We invited a very contributor, the iconic people like in this sector to be the ambassadors for the honor ceremony. And we welcome the Zhang Hong, the fast ice skating champion Zhang Hong, Wu Dajing, the Tongjian, the figure skating champion Tongjian, and curling champion Wang Bingyu, speed skating Wu Dajing, and they use their own sweat and to write very glorious past and history. And now they will be the ambassador for us for this snow and ice sector. So we invited 4 of them, but 3 of them are here today with us. And now let's applaud for them to be here on the stage and to accept this ambassador honor ceremony. And now we welcome the champions, the members of the Olympic Committee, and the ice skating champion Zhang Hong, the figure skating champions Tong Jian, the curling world champion Wang Bingyu. Please come to stage. And I welcome the president of Asia Delta Group, Zhu Dongfang, to present such an honor, not only about very important recognition for their sports achievement, but also about the anticipation for them to play the role as a facilitator for the sports and for the ice snow industry development. Please come to the stage. thanks again for the 3 ambassadors, and now let's take a photo with Mr. Zhu. And I believe that with the leadership of the ambassadors, the ice snow will be more glorious in China and in the whole world for the snow and ice sports. And thanks again. And now please. The 3 athletes, please stay on stage for a while. And Mr. Zhu, you can return to your seat. And now the 3 ambassadors, you can share with us about your feeling. As ambassador for this sports, and what do you want to share now? Zhang Hong, you first. Thanks a lot, moderator. President, it's such an honor for me to be the ambassadors for the Winter Sports Expo. Because we 3, we are all from Harbin. Heilongjiang, we are all from Harbin. And we have been witness about the development, the past 20 years development of ice snow, 30 years development probably. We have been witness that, especially just like I have presented my speech, and no matter as an athlete or as retirement for former athletes, no matter as a teacher in the university, in all the sectors we can play our role. No matter for the carrying forward spirit, Olympic Games, or to bring other sectors, appearance sharing with the others, or technology sharing, or facilitate the landing for science technology in the sectors. Everybody are making our effort for China's snow and ice, no matter for the past and the future. We have been making our contribution. I want to say a lot of thanks for all the co-workers to support the China sports, to support China ice snow. And thanks a lot for your support for China. And Chongqing, lady should be first. Well, such an honor for me. I would like to share with you 3 numbers: 29, 10, and 7. 29 means that I've been working in the ice competition sports for 29 years. 10 years for snow and ice sector, 10 years. 7, as I started to train since I was 7 years old. It's such an honor for me with Winter Sports Expo that I've been with this Expo event for 10 years. I believe for the ice face, it's like the place where I realize my dream, also the place I can carry forward the dream with the younger generations. I believe that is a very important part of my life and work, also very crucial part of my life. Today I'm coming back to this awarding ceremony like before, but I used to just gain a medal for the whole nation, but now it's a different identity, with new missions and new responsibility. With my partners, co-workers, we can create more opportunities for the young athletes or the young amateurs or anybody who are interested in ice snow to provide them more experience for ice snow. Also, we can play our own, especially no matter for the speed skating. Wu Dajing, Zhang Hong, you can try the fast skating with Dajing, Zhang Hong. If you like some team sport, you can follow me and Bingyu to learn about curling and the figure skating. And if you feel pleasure, if you are interested in the arts of figure skating, you can find me. But we can be the belt to connecting all the partners, and also we can provide a good content, also to show equipment can play the role. I hope that through our accumulation experiences and with a vision for the whole world, we can help the enterprises and the international brands and to find their positioning in China, to find their development trend in the global stage. And finally, I would like to wish this Winter Sports Expo in the snow and ice industry development, it can contribute more power. We all know that currently the economic situation slowing down, and also we can see that the organizers can continue to organize this event. facilitate development of ice snow sector, we can feel such resilience and determination of organizer. We have the confidence that the Winter Olympic Games, the Winter Expo event can contribute more. We are confident on that. Thanks. While we're hearing the digits from the athlete, actually we feel that like the results, like the competition field, like the score you gain in the skiing or skating, and we feel that now you are mentioning about new scoring on the contribution on the snow and ice industry. Now Wang Bingyu. Two champions has offered a very complete information. Like for me, I only add like one little point. Like today, I have gained such an ambassador as a new identity. I believe that is a very important matter for me. Just like Zhang Hong has mentioned that for ice and snow for the three from the northeast of China, for northeast of China, like we are three are from. I memorize about my hometown. Ice and snow is always in my hometown. I can feel the hometown's taste. Also, the snow and ice is like we can feel the Olympic spirit, and we can feel the pursuit of faster, stronger, and more solid consolidations. And we can feel such a charm for Winter Games. Also, through the Winter Games, that has become the bridge connecting us with international partners and other teams and athletes, as well as industry partners, and connecting us all together. Today, as a new identities ambassador, and I believe that we will be the one as a bridge, as spreader.
So that more people can practice or engage yourself in winter sports and experience the fun. And I also hope that through us, more people can be engaged in the winter sports industry to promote the development of industry. Last, I wish more success of the WWSU. Thank you. Thank you. The three champions are legendary heroes in the arena, and they are leaders in promoting the vigorous development of winter sports off the ice. I believe that under your efforts, including Mr. Wu Dajing, who is not here today, winter sports will flourish even more brightly, and more people will be inspired to engage themselves in winter sports. Thank you once again, and please take your seat. Today we just award honors to three ambassadors. One of the ambassadors, because of his busy schedule, could not attend the event in person, but he still sent his best wishes and video message. As an ambassador, as a leading figure in Chinese short track speed skating, Mr. Wu Dajing has always been closely following the development of winter sports. Now, please look at the big screen and hear what he says. Distinguished guests, friends, good morning. My name is Wu Dajing. I'm very pleased to be the Ice and Snow ambassador to celebrate the 10th anniversary of WWSC. The first WWSC was held amid the Winter Olympic Games in Beijing. It is not just a solemn commitment to the international commitment. It has witnessed the development of the winter sports in China. It has grown into the largest scale and the most authoritative event in the world. It is a very valuable Olympic legacy. As an athlete, I also cherish the opportunity today. And on the arena, it's not just about competition, but also the celebration of the Olympic spirit, faster, higher, stronger, and together. And on the arena, we also show respect to international athletes. The hosting of the WWSC has led the international community to see the enthusiasm for winter sports in China. and it will also become a bridge to promote the winter sports. I can feel the changes of WRC over the past few years. In the past, that's not very popular, but now skating and skiing have become winter sports for the general public, and the WWSC has played an important role in this regard. It's will integrate the technology and the wisdom, and also promote the development of the equipment, and also share the latest ideas. The WWSC has contributed to the emergence of 100 billion industry development. 10 years is a milestone, but also a new beginning. The Olympic flame has been off, but the enthusiasm for winter sports has become more and more evident. Let's leverage the platform WWSC to promote the prosperity of the winter sports and ignite the dream of the winter sports globally. Last, I would like to wish the Expo complete success. I hope that in winter sports I can meet you in person and grow together. Thank you. Thank you to Mr. Wu Dajing for his wonderful speech. Whether as an athlete or an ambassador, his unwavering passion for winter sports and his profound sense of responsibility remain unchanged. If an athlete is a torchbearer for winter sports, an authoritative international organization will lay the foundation for the winter sports. Their international perspective and professional leadership will determine the depths of the winter sports in the future. So on this occasion, we also have received video speeches from the global winter sports leaders. So let's listen to their video speeches.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear sport friends, for us was a great opportunity to come back in our Olympic legacy in the track in Yanqing in the last year for very important luge competitions or World Cup finally. Our athletes was fulfilled with a friendship, great spirit, and we see the very good organization from colleagues in China. The rise of luge in China reflects something far greater as sport. It reflects a nation commitment to innovations, courage, and the pursuit of excellence. What was once a nice discipline is now going momentum, inspiring, and audience allure. The transformation is part of the explosive growth of China's winter sports industry. Since the Olympics, millions and millions have enjoyed with winter sports. Our audience creating new markets, new communities, and new opportunities for investment and collaborations. But the story is not only for China. Across Asia, we see the global partnership taking on the stage excellence of talent, technologies, vision that are building a sustainable future for all winter sports family. Together we are growing. That is both regional and global. The Olympics were not the end, they were the spark. Today, the passion continues, and with support from leaders and partners, we are growing up. We save our development for the future. The rise of winter sports, especially in China, is only one of the ways how we build the bridges, how we keep the friendship, and how we show the excellence for the peoples around the world. I wish you a good luck and thank you very much for collaboration and friendship.
Hello to everyone at the World Winter Sports Expo. It is a real honor to address you virtually for the 10th edition of the event, a decade of innovation, growth and international collaboration. Over the past 10 years, this Expo has become a cornerstone of the global ice and snow economy, bringing together partners, ideas and opportunities that have helped transform our sports. Looking back, the progress has been remarkable. Participation in winter sports is growing, new venues and infrastructures are leaving a lasting legacy. And most importantly, a new generation of athletes and fans are embracing snow sports with passion and enthusiasm. But this anniversary is not only about reflecting on achievements, it's about building the future together. And from FIS's perspective, there are three key areas where collaboration will drive the next era of success. First, sustainability. Our sports depend on the natural environment and we must do everything possible to protect it. Through the FIS Impact Program and global partnerships, we are committed to reducing our footprint and ensuring that winter sports thrive for generations to come. Second, athletes. They are the beating heart of our sports. FIS is dedicated to safeguarding their well-being, supporting their development and giving them the best possible platforms to shine on the world stage. Third, innovation. The way fans experience sport is changing faster than ever. With new digital tools, streaming platforms and interactive content, we have an incredible opportunity to bring snow sports to millions more people worldwide. China has played and will continue to play a central role in this journey, from the unforgettable Olympic Games in Beijing to the vibrant growth of snow sports across the country. The momentum here is inspiring for all of us. So as WWSE celebrates its 10th anniversary, let us look ahead with confidence, determination and unity. Together, we can shape the next decade of growth for the global snow economy. So on behalf of FIS, I wish you a very successful Expo. Thank you.
Greetings from World Curling. I'm Bo Welling, President of World Curling. I'd like to welcome you to the World Winter Sports Expo. It's, as I understand it, the 10th anniversary. I'm so sorry I can't be there in person. But we got lots going on in curling as our season is just now starting with our pre-Olympic qualification event. As you all know, we have the Milano Cortina Winter Olympic Games coming up in February. We have lots of events this fall, including our qualification event for the final spots for both men's, women's, and mixed doubles that'll be happening in December. We're super excited to be back at the games and to have them in Italy. We'll have over 1 billion people watching curling from all over the world during this year's Winter Games. Curling remains a game of sport of honor and integrity and one of the fastest growing winter sports that there is. It's a game that's accessible really to all, really all ages, both genders, and really from everywhere around the world. We're particularly excited about its development in Asia, and we'll have Asian teams being represented on the women's side for sure, and very well could have teams in both men's and women's as well at the Olympics. We just had our World Curling Congress in Australia that was very well attended, and I gave an update there of sort of the state of curling and kind of where we are. We have incredible bright things happening where we now have 77 member associations from all around the world, having just added both Singapore and Iran. We're growing in many of these markets. and we have wonderful, great events and a great calendar coming up around the Olympics. We'll be hosting our men's World Championships outside of Salt Lake, Utah, which is great, sort of prepping for the 2034 games. And for the women's, we're back at Winsport in Canada, in Calgary, so a venue we've been to many times in the past. And we have wonderful, great other events as well. As we look forward, though, we certainly have some challenges and some headwinds in terms of financial pressures that is happening really kind of throughout sport and as it relates to the broadcast of sport. But we are increasingly availing of our OTT platform, the Curling Channel, where we're able to stream content directly to consumers. And we're looking to make increased investments in that regard. We feel like we have a real opportunity to be a leader as it relates to navigating these headwinds and challenges that we're faced. And one of the things that's super great about curling is that we have lots and lots of great, smart people in our sport. And we find that we're a very, very close community, and that when we work together, we're able to solve some of the biggest challenges. And we had this great Congress where we had lots and lots of great discussion amongst all of our members of how we'd like to see the sport advance and go forward. We also are very excited about some initiatives we're working in what we call floor curling, which is a version of curling not on ice that is meant to be a driver of bringing more people into the game and ultimately translating floor curlers into ice curlers. We're going to have some big initiatives in this regard really throughout the globe, but there'll certainly be several throughout Asia. And we see this as a way of truly driving growth in the sport itself and driving growth to all of our members really throughout the world. Other things I think that we have going that are very interesting is we're increasingly adopting new technology into the sport, working with sensors on handles with the ability to track trajectories and the dynamics of a curling stone in motion. That kind of information can help us in terms of enforcing rules, but maybe more importantly of adding interest and content to our broadcast and being able to make the product be something that's more accessible to people that maybe aren't as familiar with curling. So lots of interesting initiatives in that space that we're super excited about. And I think just finally, the Winter Olympic Games mean so much to us. We're so proud to be a part of the Olympic program. And every fourth year it comes around, it creates an incredible opportunity for us to further our strategic objectives of growing the sport. And so we're working with all of our members to get ready for the increase of attention that we're going to get next February, and we're really excited about some of the initiatives that we have going on to really propel the sport. We live by a code or operate by a code that we call the spirit of curling, which demands goodwill amongst people and great behavior both on and off the ice. And one of our traditions that when we start and when we finish a game is that we look to the other team and we say good curling. So while we're not competing, I just would like, though, to, on behalf of World Curling, extend a part of our tradition and our code and wish all of you at the Expo good curling. Thank you.
Distinguished guests, colleagues in the winter sport industry, and dear winter sport enthusiasts and biathlon friends, good day to all. I'm Olle Dahlin, President of the International Biathlon Union, IBU. It's a great honor to be here with you all to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the World Winter Sports Expo. This is not just a time for celebration, but it's also a meaningful opportunity for us to look ahead to the future of the winter sport industry and reflect on the remarkable development of winter sports in China. On behalf of the IBU, I would like to express our deepest gratitude and highest respect for the Expo's contribution to the development of winter sports over the past decade. Not only is it a platform for showcasing the latest winter sports technologies and products, it's also a vital bridge for promoting international exchange and cooperation. Reflecting on the past 10 years, the growth of biathlon in China has been strong, but there is still a potential for further growth. As a unique sport that combines cross-country skiing with rifle shooting, biathlon challenges athletes' physical endurance and technical skill, and embodies the human spirit of self-challenge and pushing boundaries in extreme conditions. In recent years, as winter sports have flourished in China, biathlon has gradually gained attention, emerging as a highly anticipated new winter sport. I'm thrilled to see the significant strides China has made in this sport. China has shown great potential and energy from the development of infrastructure to athletes training. Besides, many schools have begun to introduce biathlon programs, allowing children to experience this challenging and exciting sport from a younger age, thus laying a foundation for the widespread growth of biathlon. The performance of Chinese athletes on the international stage is equally inspiring. With their unwavering determination and exceptional skills, they are steadily making a name for themselves in the world of biathlon. Our union has valued collaboration with China for many years. We have forged a partnership with the Chinese Biathlon Association, working together to promote and develop biathlon in China. Thanks to CCTV, Chinese audiences can now experience the excitement and appeal of this accelerating sport firsthand, and as it has secured the media rights for both the Biathlon World Cup and World Championships. We are confident that with this continued media coverage and widespread promotion, biathlon will have an even brighter and more promising future in China, as more and more people find the excitement of biathlon competitions. No race is finished before the last shooting. Many thanks to CCTV for promoting our fantastic sport, biathlon. We have fantastic spectator figures around the world, the highest audience figures than any other winter sport. Many countries that have no winters have found the excitement to look at the competitions. Looking ahead, the IBU will continue to establish close collaboration with China. Together, we will enhance exchanges and training for athletes and coaches and promote the all-round development of biathlon in China. We look forward to deepening our partnership with the Winter Sports Management Center and the General Administration of Sport in China, exploring new opportunities and challenges for biathlon in China and infusing new energy into the growth of this exciting sport. In closing, I would like to emphasize that the future of the winter sports industry is replete with possibilities, and winter will continue to gain popularity among people worldwide. As IBU president, I firmly believe that through our collective efforts and wisdom, we can drive the global growth and advancement of biathlon, thereby contributing to the flourishing development of the global winter sports industry. Let us join hands and move forward together in the challenging and exciting world of winter sports, creating a brighter and promising future. We are excited to see biathlon flourish and shine even more brightly in China. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you to the four chairmen of.
精彩分享，4位主席的精准解读呢，不仅仅让我们全。
Thank you. Thank you to the four chairmen for sharing their insights through their videos. From the thrill of luge to the dynamic energy of ski and snowboard, their insights not only fully illuminate the unique charm of winter sports, but also provide a clear perspective on the future of global winter sports. Dear leaders and distinguished guests, this year marks the 10th anniversary of WWSE. The past 10 years have been like a magnificent epic of struggle. The WWSE has been a diligent promoter, leveraging its powerful influence and the unique platform advantages to tirelessly promote the widespread adoption or popularization of winter sports, allowing more and more people to experience their passion and charm. The WWSE has also been a strong participant, actively building a platform for industry exchange and cooperation, precisely connecting with international scientific and technological innovation resources and injecting continuous impetus into the development of the winter sports industry. This has significantly boosted the industry growth. The WWSA has also been a loyal witness, consistently at the forefront of the industry's development, witnessing its magnificent transformation from its humble beginnings to its booming development. Every important milestone and every key breakthrough has been deeply engraved with the WWSC's development, becoming an indelible and precious memory in the development of the winter sports industry. To celebrate this important moment and to signal this beginning of a new journey, we will hold a ceremony at the 2025 WWSE 10th anniversary ceremony. Standing at this crucial juncture, connecting the past and future, we'll work with partners from all walks of life and with even greater conviction, enthusiasm, and more pragmatic actions to continue forging ahead in the vast world of the winter sports industry and jointly write the next glorious decade for the WWSE. Next, I would like to invite the distinguished guests onto stage to witness this important moment. Let's welcome Mr. Zhu Dongfang, President of Asia Digital Group, Ms. Zhang Hong, member of the IOC Olympic champion in speed skating, Mr. Franz Rosella, commercial counselor at the Austria Embassy in Beijing, Mr. Laurie Kangasnian, Embassy of Finland, Beijing counselor, Mr. Zhao Yinggang, former Deputy Secretary General and Director of Sports of the Beijing 2022 Olympic Winter Games Bid Committee, and Mr. Wang Bingyue, and the other world champions. Please come onto stage. All these distinguished guests are all witnesses and advocates of the Winter Expo's development, and their presence makes this moment particularly precious. Please leave your right hand on the column. Dear guests, let's witness the important moment together. Let's count down together. 3, 2, 1. Launch. Hello again, world. To the world, a new chapter. Thank you all for witnessing this important moment. Let's take a group photo together. Please join the other guests and let's group photo. Take a group photo. This important moment is not just a look back at the past decade, but also a beautiful expectation for future development. Thank you to all the guests to witness this important moment. Thank you. And you can take your seat. Please go back to your seat. We will remember this important moment and join hands for a new chapter for the WWSC over the next 10 years. This expectation will also motivate us to move forward. 10 years have been the rings of time etched on the winter sports industry, witnessing its rise from inception to prosperity and until China's shared journey with the world. As the 2025 WWSC is held once again in Beijing, we stand at the historic moment of the 10th anniversary. From the excitement of the successful Olympic Big Day in 2015 to the dual Olympic City in 2022 to the reshaping of the global winter sports economy today, these 10 years have been a journey of profound transformation of technological innovation, cultural integration, and sustainable development. As global warming challenges the traditional snow season, Generation Z's consumer habits reshape market rules, and the digital economy reshapes the industry, the winter sports industry stands at an unprecedented critical juncture of transformation. At this crucial juncture, we're launching the themed dialogue, 10 years of ice and the snow, making new breakthroughs, aiming to foster a forum for cross-sectors, cross-cultural, and cross-generational exchange of ideas. Today's panelists are like a true winter sports think tank. All of them have been companions of the WWSC at different stages over the past decade. Over the past decade of the Winter Expo, every step they have taken has profoundly influenced the trajectory of China's winter sports economy's advancement within the global value chain. Now, let's officially begin the dialogue. First, let's welcome the moderator onto the stage, Miss Li Li, General Manager of Asia Digital Group. And I would also like to welcome onto stage the panelists onto the stage. They are Franz Rosler, Commercial Counselor at the Austrian Embassy in Beijing, Mr. Lori Kangasniemi, Embassy of Finland, Beijing Counselor, Mr. Zhao Yinggang, former Deputy Secretary General and Director of Sports of the Beijing 2022 Olympic Winter Games Bid Committee, recipient of the Gold Olympic Order, Mr. Xiao Shuhong, Professor and Doctor Supervisor, Beijing Sport University, Mr. Michael Meyer, Sales Director of Italian Techno Alpine Asia, Mr. Lu Peng, Executive President of Sunac and President of Bansky, and Mr. Luo Yun, founder of Metaspace Air Dome Corp. A big round of applause to all the panelists. Please take your seat. Let's hear what they would share with us during the panel. Thank you to the host, and I'm very pleased to moderate this session as a representative of the host. I'm from Asia Digital Group. My name is Li Li. The Winter Sports Expo is an Olympic legacy. It has witnessed the development of winter sports in China. This year marks the 10th anniversary of the Winter Sports Expo, and today I'm very pleased to join everyone for the discussion. So now let's begin. First of all, my question is to Mr. Franz Rosler, Commercial Counselor at the Australian Embassy in Beijing. During the cooperation between the two countries in winter sports, we have seen that Australia has been a very strong nation in winter sports. When the Expo was held first year, Australia participated in the event, and in 2018, you're the country of honor. And over the past decade, in your view, in terms of cooperation between the two countries, what are the key factors to make this cooperation happen? And also, in your view, the DNA of winter sports in Austria's development, how does it implement in China? Thank you.
The 10th time part of the World Winter Sports Expo. We've been here from the first edition until now. And this also shows the long-term commitment, that Austria places in working together with Chinese partners and friends for this sector. Lots of admiration. So much has been achieved in China. So many installations have been set up, and there's so much excitement in this sector. And with lots what has been done, Austria's been able to contribute with some products, but also with know-how. Now I think it's going to be a new stage, and we are post the Olympics. So we also want to be parts of the new challenges and opportunities coming up. So I think we hopefully have the time to discuss sustainability, very, very big topic. Better make use of existing installations to increase efficiencies. Yeah, we can learn, the international world, Austria, Finland, we can learn from each other. We want to learn what's happening here in China, how we can contribute, but also we can learn from China lots of things. I'm full of admiration with the indoor sports halls. I think we would like to have that technology also back in Austria. So lots of interest still from the international world to work with Chinese partners and friends for the sector.
Thank you. And we appreciate for your sharing. 那刚刚在勒索。
Just now, during his sharing, he mentions the cooperation of winter sports and also sustainability. There are a lot of cooperation opportunities between the two countries. Next, my question is to Lauren Kangassen. And we know that in 2019, Finland was the country of honor for the Winter Sports Expo, and it has presented a lot of cooperation in education and many other areas. Over the past 10 years, if you look back, what's the proudest achievement of cooperation? How this cooperation has demonstrated the complementarity and shared value of the winter sports industry in two countries? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the question. First of all, I want to say that it's an honor and privilege to be here. I want to thank the organizers for having this event and also having the chance to be here. Now, when it comes to winter sports, winter lifestyle, also winter economy in general, it's for us in Finland, it's very much a thing that is uniting the whole society. It's also a lot about our country image. So in general, a big thing for us. And it has been very inspiring to also see how China is driving ahead in this field. Like in the recent years and recent decades, it's truly remarkable how China is also putting a lot of effort and also getting success in this field. Now, if you ask me what are the highlights in recent years, I think the number one is quite easy to say. It has to be the Beijing Winter Olympics in 2022. As also, I know that many Finnish companies were involved in that process, partly enabling the venues and facilities for the athletes. Besides that, besides facilities and venues, I think that there were also lots of training programs, professional coaching, and that sort of cooperation going on between Finland and China. And finally, thirdly, I would like to highlight one key field of cooperation that I think is very important, and it might be sometimes a bit overlooked, and this is the exchange between cities that are involved in this field, because you usually, or very often, you focus on the companies and enterprises, or you focus on countries and governments, but at the same time, besides these, you have cities that are very much involved in winter sports and winter economy and building that cooperation. So I know that Finnish leading winter sports cities such as Lahti or Rovaniemi are having very good cooperation with their Chinese cooperation cities in Zhangjiakou and Harbin as well.
Okay, thank you for your answering.
Just now, Mr. Laurie Kangassen mentioned that in terms of education and training, the two countries have embraced a lot of cooperation opportunities and reached a lot of outcomes. Next, my question is for Mr. Zhao Yinggang. You witnessed the preparation and the hosting of the Winter Olympic Games and also the commitment to engaging 300 million people in winter sports. If we say that over the past decade, there has been a lot of popularization of the winter sports, the decision has, what kind of decisions have laid a solid foundation for the development of winter sports in China? Indeed, the past 10 years has witnessed remarkable progress, and we have seen a lot of stories. And we can say that the past 10 years has witnessed rapid development of winter sports. So we have seized the opportunity to witness the growth of the winter sports in China from scratch. And we also have encountered a lot of challenges and overcome a lot of difficulties. And at the same time, we are marching forward with more confidence for the future development of the winter sports. And China has won the bid for the Winter Olympics 10 years ago. If I would like to make some summary about the past 10 years, I should say that the first thing is that China or Beijing held the first Winter Olympics. That has engaged more people to participate in the winter sports and also the rapid development of the winter sports industry. In particular, the development of the industry has made China to achieve coordinated development in both summer sports and summer Olympic sports and winter sports. This has also laid a solid foundation for China to become a leading nation in sports.
A second point, I believe that China policy leadership is very important. And just before the Winter Olympic Games, the China Central Office has published and declared about taking this as an opportunity to develop further across all the people and mass. That has clear directions for development. The three items in that policy: the first, mainly for tourism, for ice and snow. Second is about very rich for competition events. Third is mainly about the parks building. That's all very important for the policies and for the three key items. And last November, then the state office has offered another type of vigor and of the ice and snow sector. The focus on these ice and snow sector, the very key themes and topics, has priority listed on that document. The third point, I want to say that Chinese characteristics snow and ice landscape actually has been formed. For the north, south, east, west, and all the four areas with different characters. In the north, mainly about recreation or the remarch, but for the north, especially with a very important starting point for the Winter Games, and for the west and north at a very fast development, especially in the Xinjiang. But for the northeast and Heilongjiang, Jilin, in the Mongolia has very fast development. But Beijing, Tianjin, Hebei, mainly Winter Olympic Games at very solid base. For the south, with a lot of transformation, highlighted areas, and 90% of ice snow sectors are in the south. 90% enterprises in the south. And now we are more balanced between all the four directions. But now it's like Shanghai Pass is always a very separation line. Shanghai Pass. And now we got 1 trillion, but last year is around 0.9 trillion. And now we got the 12 of the skating resorts, and for 935 results for the skiing, for the snow field. So basically we can see that it's very important progress we have made. And more than 1,200 results for the ice field. Especially we can see that no matter for the combination between the tourism and the culture, that has become a new trend. Sports plus tourism improvement for the attractions and culture, empowering all these areas, very enhancement for the whole industry development, especially for the empowering all these sectors. And that has become very important improvement and rising for all these numbers and for the development of the tourism. That has become more mutual empowerment between the culture, tourism, and the sports. Very important incentive for development of sports development. We have very good 10 years history, and also we will have another 10 years full opportunity. Thanks a lot, Xiao. You tell us from stories of numbers that we can see such the past 10 years development has been very obvious. Of the future also very promising and solid foundation for development as snow sector. And now Xiao from the Beijing Sports University, the mentor of the PhDs, has been working on research on the business mode for the past 10 years. China as snow development, we have made a lot of progress. In your idea, the ice and snow development the past 10 years was a very Chinese model, and for the past 10 years development, for your understanding, for contribution, so what's the most obvious contribution from China in the past 10 years? So my voice is a little bit hoarse due to the illness. Sorry for that. And I'm very happy to say, to answer your question, especially for the. I would like to say that the definition of business mode is very important. A business mode that probably people feel very familiar on such a buzzword. People may ask that what is business mode? But I would like to say is that just like Zhao has mentioned and has very clearly definition on these ice and snow sectors for the past 10 years for the micro levels. For all the features has offered us very description. Actually, this business mode is very micro, detailed level, because all the detailed organs, all the different organizations, smaller or bigger, has its own business mode, and it should not be homogeneous. Also, I want to say that what we can say that for the business mode, no matter for government, enterprises, or all the organizations supposed to have their own business mode. But I want to say that business mode for your customer, you should create the value for them, realize the value for them, and to have such an ecosystem to create the value for the customers. But for all the organizations, business mode are comprising for such an ecosystem for ice snow sector. The core is mainly for creating the value. It's centered on such a value creation, especially for this ecosystem that's to present them about the value. So what's the definition of the value? Value is not only about the earning money, but mainly for 3 dimensions, especially what we have mentioned for sustainable development. That is very in alliance with that, the social effect, the environment effect, as well as the society effect. Social effect, environment effect, especially we are emphasizing on the green development and less pollution. For the past 10 years, we can see that such a trend for business mode and China characteristics from the very beginning is a very crude development type to the refined way of development. That's to say that all has been more emphasizing on the development of the business mode. And centered on this development mode of business, and probably we would like to say that for the future development of the world has changes, as well as for the science development has been unprecedented. That's about my elaboration on business mode. Well, thanks a lot, Xiao, from the values of business and from the angles of the value, I believe that for the future, we know that we hope we can have more innovations in the future, more business mode innovations to a new height. Now, from the angles and the prices, we know that Techno Alpine, we have Mr. Mayor. And I would ask that for the Techno Alpine as a very advanced equipment manufacturer for the Winter Olympic Games, you have got engaged into the building of a lot of resorts and field of the snow and ice, a lot of facilities you have built. From your angle, that for China market for the demand on the equipment compared with other nations, and what's the distinctive features of Chinese demand, and how these demands are driving your development in China?
So thank you very much that I can be here today. It's a big honor to be here on the stage and to share a little bit information together with you. It's, let's say, since the beginning I attended this show, and it's the 10th time that I'm here today, and so I'm very happy to see how this developed, the show developed, and also the Chinese snow and ice industry developed over the last years. So now going back to your question, so when I came here 15 years ago, we as Techno Alpine sold 2 snow guns, and we had no any branch office and nothing here, and now 15 years later, so we have several branch offices and more than almost 100 employees here in China, and so this shows us a little bit how the Chinese snow and ice industry developed over the last years, and so for sure there are several unique needs on the Chinese market. I will not tell you now all the details, but there are maybe 3 things which are very special so here in China, and so maybe the most important, the most biggest need here in China is the speed in construction and the speed in producing the snow. So to be able to catch up with the pace how the Chinese snow and winter ice industry is developing, also we as a supplier, so we need to be very fast in constructing all the infrastructure here. And so we as a Techno Alpine, so we had to adapt our, let's say, structure here in China. So we couldn't work anymore together with partners, but we had to set up our own branch office here. So, and so we built a big let's say, building facility here, and we also created a big network with the local suppliers to be able to fulfill all the needs. So that's very important, and so due to that changes in our structure, so we were able to be the supplier, the unique supplier for the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics. So there we delivered all the equipment, and we delivered also the equipment for several big-scale ski resorts all over China, for middle-sized ski resorts, and also for small ski resorts. And so, yeah, that's the point of construction speed. And then we also have the snowmaking speed. So China is a very big country, and so we have very different climatical conditions in over the different provinces. We have the Heilongjiang, Jilin, where it's very dry, very cold. We have Xinjiang, where it's cold, but they also have a lot of natural snow. And then we have the south of China, Chengdu, Guizhou, and this province where we are working on the very marginal temperatures. And so we had to adjust our equipment in order that our equipment works very well in all these kind of conditions. So at the end, so we had our products, the TF10, which we used on the Olympic venues, and the T10, which we are using on the south, our automatic pump stations and all the automatic systems, which finally, with these 3 components, we were able to make the snow all over the ski resorts in China. And this gets together with the need of the Chinese ice and snow industry. So this is one very important point. The second point is the energy efficiency and the, let's say, the environmental friendly point. So because China is taking very care about these issues, and so we are also developing our products in that direction. And then the last point is also a very fast service, because it makes no sense to have a fast snowmaking production and have no service. So also that's why we developed here our subsidiaries and our, let's say, branch offices here to be very close to the Chinese customer, and if there is any problem, so to react very fast. So that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your answering. 那刚刚
Thanks a lot for your answering, Mr. Mayor. Compared with other market that you have mentioned, that for the speed and for the demand for the construction as well as for the customer response to the customers also need to be fast. And you have mentioned that, especially apart from these factors and the technical helping for energy saving, as well as fast response and fast construction, also to provide guarantee apart from this outdoor snowmaking, but also for the indoor snowmaking, as well as for this snow entertainment indoor. I would like to ask that for the Banshee President Lu, like we understand that Banshee, no matter for tourism or for the other sectors, especially your brand currently has opened for more than 11 branches already. That in the south, for the Banshee as a very important new star, especially you are drawing a lot of attention from the south consumers, has bring a lot of interesting points for them, and from the professional competition and to the normal people's enjoyment. Like in your idea, what's the core factor you can bring from the professional field and to this normal people activity? And what's your experience sharing for us to bring that to the normal customers and to spread to customers? Because it's the 10th year's Winter Expo for sports. Last year that I was sitting here, actually we have 8 seats, but this year, and then we got 11 and 12 seats in Suzhou, and it's 11th, 12th in Suzhou. In the 12th of the places for tomorrow, for next year. So basically that we need to bring all these people to the places where they demand and where they can enjoy the snow and ice, or where they can learn. And I'm talking about 12 places we have built for them. And basically that is about from our angles, mainly to provide services for them. And for the 4 years ago, especially, I have started to build about indoor places for the young competition areas, and mainly that for the whole system to competitions for the young people. Last year, across all the China, for all the young competitions on this skiing, we have the 12 years old of Chengdu kids, and 3 years, and gain the national champion from the Chengdu kid after 3 years training in Jilin Songhua national competition. After 3 years training in our place, I believe that in his own city, the kid can learn skiing, and every weekend they can join the skiing competition training, and step by step, no matter by the skiing, but also for the training for the strength, including for the outdoor mountains, including for the wind. I believe that all these places is a very important training system we are building, such young training systems. If you join the Banshee, and we have 2,000 totally students join in such our ecosystem, especially for the young professional training selections. And we are moving from this indoor to outdoor. We are encouraging with more people to get engaged to build a very solid base to let the young grow, and in that way they can stand in the stage internationally as very important breaking through. And we are hoping with more kids to get engaged into the snow and ice, let more people during their learning life and to handle the ice snow sports, and they can win the medals during the very young student period. Thanks a lot, Lu, that we agree with you that bring all the snow and ice to the places where people are willing to consume, and to bring that to train, especially for the futures, especially for training for industrial base, as very meaningful, significant. And now let's talking about this indoor stadium building. We know that the metal space at Dome, and for this indoor results and has brought Chinese solutions. And now we welcome metal space at Dome Luo. For the past 10 years, for the Air Dome in China, and what's your highlighted achievement you have made for the past 10 years? 2015, and the first project in Huijia, we have made this ice hockey place at 2015, and that's the first time. And then for 10 years, we have made very progress. For the past 10 years, we have 30 domes we have built for the ice snow. I have estimated that for 10 in the northeast, but for Beijing, Tianjin, Hebei, 9 domes, Hebei, 5 domes. For the 30 domes we have built, for 20 of the cities are in the north, but for the south areas, according to that, the west-east strategy, and for the extension, Hedong, Fujian, Yunnan, Shandong, including that we have made that one for this Henan, and the snow and ice centers selected as very important pilot program area in Henan province. That's just the starting point. For the north, actually has with more domes, but for the south area, that was the very surprise for me, that because that in the south, that is very matching for all these areas. That means for the ice and snow areas actually are shifting all this snow and ice to the people. And Lu Peng has very fast development. Actually, he's building not only about the training systems, not only about the physical area, but also building these whole systems. That means like building from scratch. And the south area, people think there's no problem, and we can make it more universal. And for the air dome, we can have a very short time and with low energy consumption, solve the problem for this very universal solutions for the, that means affordability for the normal people. So we will have a lot of opportunity for mutual cooperation from the Tier 1 cities and to the Tier 2, and from the normal cities we will have the solutions. And I'm solving the problem for you for space, physical space, but you are building the whole ecosystems for training. So we have a lot of cooperation opportunity. Thank you, Luo. In your sharing, that is very inspirational. We hope in the near future with Lu that we can have more cooperation opportunities, just like the speakers has been recording for the past 10 years work. And now I would like to ask everyone to have a future perspective sharing. And now we have first question with Jocelyn, Councillor. I would ask you that, looking at the future in your idea, Austria in China, smart green transformation, what's the role and new opportunity for Austria?
No, there we really are in the same page. International world, China, we want to work together for green and sustainable. Europe wants to achieve, Austria wants to achieve CO2 neutrality by the year 2040 already. So lots of the solutions to save energy, water, we urgently have to work on. We will be ready to share also with Chinese friends and partners, and vice versa. So for that's the most important topic for us in the future. Also, it's not going to be the goal to build more installations, at least in Europe, so to make better use of existing installations. And I think that's also the topic in China, how to make best use of existing infrastructure, installations, how to make them a longer-term season, maybe also to make them attractive to non-skiers, just people that want to experience nature, maybe also in summer. So not more, but to make better use of the existing resources. And of course, there's also money. Money is always very, very important. And to make the existing infrastructure make more usable all over the year will also means less investments and better use of the resources.
谢谢参赞先生。那刚刚参赞先生也在。
Thank you to Mr. Councillor. He mentioned that by 2040, Austria will achieve the goal of carbon neutrality for the green development, and the industry and the venues, there are a lot of cooperation opportunities. Talking about carbon neutrality, Finland, in terms of green and sustainable development of sports, has a lot of practices and thoughts. Next, my question is to the Chancellor of Finland in terms of net zero venues. Finland has made a lot of achievements, and what are the potentials for China in this regard? And over the next 10 years, through the cooperation of the two countries for green transitions, what are the cooperation opportunities?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Now to start with, I think with Finnish companies, for them, sustainability is something that is at the core of their business. So I really feel that there is very good window of opportunity for cooperation between Finnish companies and their Chinese counterparts, and the solutions that Finnish companies are offering are also perfectly aligned with China's own development ambitions. Now, if you think about just like last year, we two countries agreed or upgraded our joint action program, which was actually confirmed during the state visit of our President, Mr. Alexander Stubb, to China, in invitation from his counterpart, President Xi Jinping. And like, if you look at that plan, it's basically about this stuff. It's very much about sustainability. So I feel like for the years to come, we have a very good foundation to build on. And if you think about the specific, moreover, like the more specific sectors that we can work on, I would highlight a couple of ones. The ones that I already mentioned in terms of sports, maybe training programs, coaching, stuff like that, and also venues, facilities, you name it, basically. But one more industry or focus point that I would like to raise is also the winter, more like the lifestyle part of it, so consumer goods, but also winter tourism, winter travel. You know, it's basically like for us, what travel is about, coming from Finland, it's basically the winter side of things. Like, we are not exactly a summer destination. And then again, I know that many Chinese cities and provinces are also building more and more in that field. And I know that in China, these things are becoming more and more popular. So I feel like there is a good window of cooperation as well in there. And one more specific thing that I would like to raise is that we know that Liaoning will be hosting the next China's own Winter Games in 2028, and I'm certain that Finnish companies are glad to help in that regard as well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. That's very good news. 那刚刚在参赞的分享中呢，我们
Just now, Mr. Commissioner Councillor of Finland has reached a lot of consensus in green development, sustainable development. Finland has been very strong in equipment manufacturing and also has incorporated the green concepts of into consumption and lifestyle. And he also mentioned that Liaoning province is preparing for the 15th National Winter Games. And he has also invited the Finnish companies to make their contribution in this regard. My next question is for Mr. Zhao. And over the next decade, in your view, what kind of long-term mechanism should build to ensure the sustainable development of winter sports? Thank you. Over the past 10 years, we have made a lot of rapid progress, and the next 10 years will mark rapid or stable development. And next year will be new starting point for economic development and the development of winter sports economy. If we look at the industry development, the past 10 years has been wonderful, and next year will also mark the beginning year of the 15th five-year plan. And by 2035, China plans to build itself into a strong nation in sports. In this regard, the winter sports industry will play a key role. In this regard, I believe that from the government level, winter sports, winter economy, and winter sports industry shall be incorporated into the plan for the 15th five-year plan, and also mobilize the forces of the society to make their contribution to the development of the winter sports industry. By doing so, we can be more confident about the future development of the industry and increase the resilience of the industry. Over the past 10 years, we have witnessed important foundation. That is that many winter sports companies and entrepreneurs have made a lot of efforts to make their contribution to the development of the winter sports industry. And they have played a very important role in promoting the rapid development of the industry. To better leverage their roles in the new cycle, the government and society should work together. For the government, it shall plan and coordinate and provide or formulate favorable policies. It shall also build a good platform for the development of the industry and make better coordination plans from the society level. On the one hand, the society shall give play to the role of industry associations and mobilize the relevant people and departments to get involved. And secondly, we should give play to the role of communities so that they can play a key role in promoting industrial development. And thirdly, entrepreneurs themselves shall work with the companies or players in the winter sports industry to build on past achievements and be more confident for the future development, so that on the basis of quality, so that we can achieve the high quality development of the industry. And also in terms of organizing events, companies shall be part of the journey and provide the support to the industry, to the development of the winter sports industry. So in this regard, I think we can achieve win-win outcomes. And at the same time, how can we leverage the role of sports events to promote the comprehensive development of the winter sports industry? Actually, games is not just a sport game. It can attract more attention, more traffic. And secondly, it can deliver more benefits. It can attract the participation of more enterprises. Thirdly, the games or the events can inject new vitality to the development of the industry. And fourthly, it can also deliver a lot of highlights and build a lot of brands. Through the events, games, it can promote the comprehensive development of the entire industry. Another thing that is very important is that how can we build an industrial park and the tourism destination for winter sports industry? The industrial park can attract the participation of more people, and the winter tourism can attract more people to participate in skating and skiing. And also, we need to engage more youngsters in schools to participate in the winter sports. The parents and the society can also be engaged as well, so that all this can inject a new vitality to the development of the winter sports industry. And in order to promote the rapid and high quality and healthy development of the winter sports industry, the winter sports enterprises shall work with the universities and the schools. We should train talents and deliver research results so that the high quality development of the industry can have a clear direction. And in terms of the deliverables, the support can be generated through this cooperation. In this way, can guarantee the rapid and high quality development and stable development of the winter sports industry. Thank you. Thank you to Mr. Zhao. You have provided a lot of insights and given a very comprehensive answer. Next, I would like to have a question for Ms. Xiao. Over the next 10 years, if we would like to break some bottlenecks for the industry, how can we expand the value chain? What kind of innovation should we promote? About talent development, about the protection of IPR, can we give our support to the development of the industry? I think this question can generate a lot of discussion. Owing to time constraints, I will just answer the question briefly. I believe that until now, over the next 10 years, actually, we need to adopt different strategies to meet the demands of the customers and create value for them. Before, we didn't mention some specific names of enterprises. I was very honored to be part of the last year's and this year's recognition award selection for ski resorts. And I found that from the perspective of innovation of business models, different companies have their own characteristics, and they're doing better. And just now, 2 entrepreneur representatives from Bansky are very clear about their target customers, and the Air Dome company, Metal Space, mentioned the innovation of the materials. When we talk about value for customers, it means that what kind of value you're creating and for what kind of customers you're creating the value. This will determine the function or purpose of your products, and also we need to consider the cost. So that's how we measure the value. Over the next 10 years, what remain unchanged is the innovation and the value creation. We need to consider technological innovation's role in promoting the development of the industry. And secondly, I would like to talk about talent development. Taking my university, Beijing Sport University, as an example, we are training talents to meet the demands of the society. We like to highlight this so that the talents or the students can meet the demands of the industry and the society. In different business models, the supply chain is different, and it will also determines that the demands for talents will vary from one another. That's why we need to provide customized development for talents. At the same time, also am aware that the development of clubs and enterprise. I also like to send invitation here for our universities for. We are writing our syllabus and also case studies. We like to use these case studies to improve the practitioner skills of the students so that the students can actually better suit the needs of the companies. That's why I want to invite the outstanding enterprises to contribute your cases to our syllabus and textbooks for the training of the students for business degrees. We will need to train practice-oriented skills. I'll stop here. Sorry, I had a sore throat. Thank you. Thank you to Ms. Xiao, who used a very simple language to explain that we need to create value to meet the demands of the demand side. She mentioned the academic innovation and also incorporated case studies into our textbook so that the talent development can be considered in the development of the talents for business students. My next question goes to Mr. Michael Mail. We are aware that you are making a lot of energy-saving snow-making machines going forward. Apart from green development, what is the next disruptive innovation for you, and how will you maintain leading position in the world?
Yes, thank you very much for the question. So, yeah, for us as a company, it's very, very important that the innovation. So we are the world market leader in the world of snowmaking, and we only can be in that position if we are also the technological leader. So that means every year we are investing a lot of money in research and development, and to make our products more better, our products more efficient, and now we are also working a lot on the sustainability. So before in the speech of Ms. Zhang Hong, so he made the question, so can we make the industry more sustainable using new technologies, using, for example, AI also? And so the answer from our side, for us as a company, yes, we can do this. So we are working on that. So we are using all these kind of new technologies to making, let's say, our product ready for the future. Let's call it like this, to make also the industry more sustainable and so on. But not only, we are not working only on the products, the sustainability. We are working the whole process in the company. We are watching the supply chains, we are watching the productions itself, we are watching also how we treat our employees, how we treat our teams. So there is a whole world which opens when you talk about sustainability, and so these are, let's say, it's a very important topic for us, and so, and here in China also together with our local suppliers. So we are working on that issue to make, let's say, also in the future the ice and snow industry more sustainable, more environmental friendly also.
Thank you. 刚刚梅尔先生也提到了，那
just like Mr. Mayer has mentioned in the ice snow, and Techno Alpine will invest more that in sustainable development, will keep innovations in these sectors that will offer more impetus and driving force for the development of ice and snow. And now we welcome Mr. Lu, that the Bashki, we know that snow and ice has become very important tourism hotspot for the customers, and for the near future, how you construct a very place with attractive place and ecosystem that can be profitable, that can also with a lot of profit gain from the customers, and also you can have sustainable development for your place. For the future, that is very determined. Will for me is that just like I mentioned, for the young kids and for the snow and ice sports, and to bring that to daily life for normal people. I believe that is for the future development. That's a very important point. And for the basket, I believe that for all these people who work in the sector, that people are very confirmed to be on this path. Second point, like 1.5 in the first floor, we will have the Bansky workshop. We will have a 20 release event of Bansky in this afternoon, and 1.5 mainly all the content are from cross-disabling sector, and to have elaborations on the competition for the future 10 years, we will be pretty inclusive and open for each field and result. We will be very open to all these partners and cross-disabling partners to have very recognition on this sector. So ice snow are not only lasting for 4 months, but ice snow sports can last for 12 months for every year. The spring, summer, autumn, that people can skate and people can skate in summer. I believe that people feel agony and people feel that even only winter season is coming, that the media are telling stories about the snow and ice sports, but actually we should not use that stereotype thinking. I believe that for this afternoon, for 1.5, and with Xinjiang Zhafang, including insurance sectors, banks, as well as for the fast delivery, even including other entertainment sector. And we will be more open and with precise partnership with them to let more people understand more snow and ice. Thank you. Thanks, Lu, that you have discovered, you have talking about the future perspective, especially for the possibilities in the future. Like Lu has been talking about this afternoon, 1.5 o'clock, first floor, he invites you, and you can go to the Basiki to see all these booths and release events. And then come to the Metaspace Air Dome. Like Lu, you have mentioned that introduction of the snow and ice to the tourism places and for the future development facilitations, especially for the diversified way of scenarios application. And what's your suggestion for the dome for the future? How you integrate digital resources with cross-disabling technologies to extend the space for application? Thank you, moderator. Actually, we are working together with the Winter Sports Expo for 10 years and a lot of changes for the dome. Air-popped structure, but actually we are use another name, dome. But in Europe, they named it as bubble. But we are create the name as dome. But actually, for join hands with the Expo for 10 years, actually for the snow and ice sectors and for 4 points, we are putting very trim application, especially for air dome in this metal space for future direction. First, individualized, customized, and scenario-oriented, smart, low carbon, as the 4 very pillars for our development. I believe just like Professor Shang has mentioned that many creating values for the customers, also with the lowest cost and with the fastest term, as well as the lowest energy consumptions, especially for the 4 pillars as our key directions for development. Winter Olympic gives very important appearance. We are drawing from that, join hands and marching forward together with them. It's not about like we are joining hands, especially building the vehicle together with them, with Tongfa, with all these other suppliers. We are working closely and to march toward the 4 directions and peer technologies. I believe that for this air dome and no matter for the snow and for skating, and we will never have some leakage. We will never have safety risk. That's very basic. Anybody use our product that there's no allowances for any basic errors that with leakage of the dome. We want to make it more low carbon, more smart. Also, with a lot of things, we should do it all together, especially with Lu Peng, such excellent enterprises to get snow and ice sectors and to be landed into the normal daily life for the people. We have a huge market potential. We have space, and only by that, so we have such enthusiasm and passion and driving, and for us to do that, that's about recalling future. Then look at that's recalling, and then looking at the future. I believe that's about such catch up with the rhythm, and to the world, the new chapter. The first ice ice skating in Jakarta, Indonesia, the first one in Asian area to build the first ice hockey stadium and by the dome. We are joining hands with suppliers together in Indonesia. We are doing the EDC, and that means for the China solutions to offer to Indonesia, no matter for Indonesia, Middle East area, very hot seasons, a lot of partners finding us and try to build, construct, and with these Winter Olympic Games, we are looking toward the other part of the world, and to the west and to the south. That's just the beginning. And then I believe there'll be more projects. For the future 10 years, apart from these domes, also we are going toward other places. I believe Southeast Asia has a vast market, and for the Middle East also has potential. We do it step by step and to be gradual, and we try to tend to other part of the world. Thank you, Luo. In your sharing that in the Winter Olympic Games also about introducing into China and going overseas. And in the past, mostly about the introducing the appearance into China. And following that, we will get more Chinese in the process going abroad. Now, thanks a lot for all the panelists. Thanks a lot for all the speakers and such a terrible moment. Thanks a lot for all the audiences for the time. And now standing at the new starting point of 10th anniversary, and just like all the panelists have said that we're standing at a new historical starting point, opportunity and the challenges. At this new starting point, we are willing to work with all the partners, join hands, and to write a chapter pretty new and to let the joy of snow and ice to be glorious across the stage of the world. Thanks a lot for your time. And now let's move to the stage center, and we will take group photos. Thank you. Thanks a lot for the fabulous speeches, and now let's join together to have this group photo and to have and thanks a lot for such in-depth thinking, and thanks a lot for such sharing of all the views, very terrible views, and thanks again, and then please take a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, until now that 2025 Winter Sports Expo 2025, that's about China tourism and snow and ice, and morning opening session came to the end, but we believe that the development and will be still on the road, and for development of snow and ice tourism and the winter sports will continue. I take that as an opportunity. Let's join hands and march forward all together. We facilitate that to open a glorious future, a new chapter for the snow and ice sector. Thanks again for all the leaders and experts. Thanks a lot for audiences and for coming with us today. Until now, 2025, the opening ceremony, and that's snow and ice tourism integration with sports. That's opening session come to the end. In the afternoon, that we will have the main forum. That's the Snow and Ice Tourism Development Forum. At this afternoon, we'll start at the afternoon, and please come back afternoon to join the main forum. And let's congratulate the 10th anniversary again, and see you afternoon. Thank you.